Hi, chat. How's it going? What's up? Gotta set everything up. One moment. Make sure my microphone is all properly set up. It is. We're good. Okay. Gotta ping my Discord real quick. Hi, Dom. Okay. Discord pinged. Get back in the warp train. I really don't want to, but we are going to. Okay. Bots in chat? No way. Before any chatters? That's crazy. Usually, like, takes a chatter showing up for it to realize that I'm streaming. Okay. I guess we're just gonna continue, right? Murder on the Warp Express. Oh God. Did we loot time killing time? We did. Okay. Ooh. All right. Let's continue this multi-crack office. Wait. What's multi-crack office again? I remember we fought them in Ruined, didn't we? I'm pretty sure. My dog is barking at something. Warp Train Saga continues. It does. All right, let's continue. Actually, I'm gonna be right back. My dog is like really barking at something outside. I've got to double check on that 1 minute. Hi chat, I'm back. Sorry, my dog is whining about my neighbors. He gets very upset when a neighbor is nearby and my family talks to them. And my family is not... Oh god, okay. Let's continue. After a round of intelligence gathering from Faust, we opened the door to the next cabin, only to be greeted by a loud commotion.
저희 외에도 생존자들이 있는 모양이네요.
Look at this, probably my second favorite interval, yo. I saw my Silk Song final attempts to be here. Thank you.
위험에 빠진 승객들인가 보군. 이 몸이 그 중에. 워, 함부로 들어오지 마.
Oh, hi.
너희 뭔데?
A four-armed woman suddenly jumped in our path.
갑작스럽게 튀어나오는군요.
Faust stumbled a little, inadvertently slapped by the figure's swinging arms as she pushed us away.
내 쪽에서도 당신들이 갑자기 튀어나온 거거든.
좀 위협적이니까 그 커다란 칼은 치워주면 안 되나?
위협은 무슨 위협? 저기 저 사람들 지키려고 들고 있는 건데. 뭐야? 요새도 그런 90 생체형을 달고 다니나? 나 참.
아씨, 구식의 때론 제일 빛을 발할 수 있다는 걸 보여주랴?
근데 복식을 보아하니 북부의 사람인 게로군.
아이, 이 와중에 무슨 오타령이야? 아무튼 이쪽이나 그쪽이나 같이 사고에 휘말린 상태 같아 보이는데 비켜주지?
She seemed to be sizing us up for a moment.
너희를 뭘 믿고 이 안으로 보내줘? 안 물렸다는 증거 있어? 내가 이곳을 어떻게 지키고 있었는데.
물렸다니 뭔 소리야?
By the way, are we gonna start Canto 7 today, or if we're quick, or is the stream gonna be short? Honestly, usually intervalos take like probably a whole stream time, but maybe we'll start the next one. Who knows? Depends on when we get there, you know.
왜 아무것도 모른다는 표정이지? 일반실에 있었으면 분명. 잠깐. 너희 1등석에서 왔어? 네. 캡슐에서 방금 깨어난 상태였어요.
We've already started this last stream. Yeah, but we only like barely got into it.
보기에는 1등석이라. 진작 말하지. 내 이름은 사샤. 멀티그렉 사무소 대표야.
Holy crap. What group was that in Ruina? It was a group, wasn't it? I don't really recognize the aesthetic. With that, she lowered her weapons and allowed us to pass.
사샤, 당신도 이 객실에 계속 계셨던 건가요?
응? 뭐 그렇지. 우리 해결사 사무소에 T사 쪽 의뢰가 들어와서 잠깐 넘어왔는데 열차가
You're probably
이딴 식으로
misremembering,
고장이
dang.
난 데다.
I feel like I've heard the name Multicrack though. Was it in Limbus that we heard it? Isn't it Multicrack in Ruin, if I remember? Were they mentioned like at all in like anything ever before, or am I just making that up? I feel like I know the name. I don't know why.
배고파지지도 않고 졸리다는 느낌도 잘 안 드는 것 같고. 이거 좀 수상하긴 해.
의체인데도 그런 게 느껴지셨나요?
아, 먹고 자는 게 취미라. 그쪽은 특별히 신경 쓴 부품이거든. 잘 느껴지지?
그것보다 그 밖에도 일어난 일이 있지 않나요?
아, 그래. 완전히 난리도 아니었다고.
정신 사납군. 촐싹대지 않고 말할 수는 없나?
My god, Otis? Otis is great a lot of the time, but oh my god. My God, you know?
팔이라도 덜 휘적거리면 좋겠는데. 그건 좀... 싸우다가 의원이 전부 부서졌거든. 새 의원이랑 싱크를 맞추려고 움직이고 있으니까 이해해라. 아무튼 뭔 일인지는 모르겠는데 갑자기 열차에 탄 승객들이 이 사람 저 사람 가리지 않고 막 이상한 괴물로 변해버렸어.
I'm assuming these are blood fiends, right?
정체도 모르겠고 말도 안 통한다고.
I think blood fiends just work like vampires, right? Like the guys that we fought last stream in the last node, they look like they were just like spawn, like vampire spawn or something. Like so whatever the equivalent is for blood fiends.
다행히 나랑 저 사람들이 타 있던 칸은 괴물이 적게 나타나서 내가 몇 동강을 내버리고 여기 빈 객실로 데리고 나온 거지.
빨간색이 3,200 하나, 빨간색이 3,202.
And yes, but kind of not. Yeah, it's like a different take, I would assume. Yeah.
저 승객들이 변해버릴 수도 있는데도 불구하고 보호할 생각을 하셨군요.
그거야 당연한 행동이지. 해결사들이란 선두에 서서 약한 자들을 보호하는 존재들이니.
나는 이미 이 승객들을 사흘 동안 지켜봤어. 그리고 지금껏 한 명도 변하지 않았고.
Blood fiends and blood bags are really distinct, but you'll see.
지금 이 객실 칸
Oh, yeah,
동안 지옥도가 펼쳐져 있는데 앞쪽으로 끊임없이 넘어오려고 하는 걸 보면 뒤에서부터 뭔 일이 벌어져서 앞으로 번졌다는 게 내 추측이야.
I remember when we did the story for Fire Fist Gregor, there was something about like blood bags and blood fiends. So yeah.
그렇군요.
내 이야기는 여기까지. 그래서 너희는 뭔데? 1등석 부자분들께서 어떤 연유로 이런 서민들이 있는 곳까지 행차야? 여기서 뭔 일이 벌어진다는들 당신들의 고급스런 1등석 칸에는 아무도 들어갈 수 없었을 텐데.
저희는 W4에서 이번 사건을 해결하기 위해 고용한
해결사!
네, 해결사입니다.
Faust nodded reluctantly as she affirmed Don Quixote's boisterous declaration.
그 인원을 전부 1등석에? 그쪽 사무소는 돈이 썩어나나 보구만.
Yeah, honestly, what is the... I guess the difference between us and Fixers is like Dante, right? Like, we pretty much have, like... We're a Fixer's office with a singularity on our side.
아니지, 잠깐. 그럼 W사는 처음부터 이렇게 될 걸 알고 있었다는 건가? 근데 진짜 날개의 의뢰를 받은 거 맞아? 믿음이 안 가는데.
이미 잘 아시겠지만 해결사들 간에 가장 중요한 건 계약과 그 이행이죠. 그리고 W사는 다른 날개들 이상으로 보안을 중시하고 있고요.
아, 비밀 유지 서약을 했나 보군. 뭐 웨오피 협회 계열이랑 얽히면 골치 아프니까. 그래서 증거는 없다.
Hey, we already dealt with those guys, except they weren't actually them, but yeah.
W사에서 사전에 받은 마스터 카드 키입니다. 어지간한 문은 열 수 있죠.
Faust produced a master keycard from her pocket. I guess there isn't any other way for us to prove that we're actually contracted by W Corp.
카드 키? 이걸로 잠겨있던 1등석 통로를 열고 W사 로고에 꽤 고급 재질. 진짜 의뢰를 받았나 봐. 좋아, 따져 묻진 않을게. 돈도 안 되는 일에 연루되고 싶은 마음도 없고. 일을 해결하려면 뒤로 가겠다는 거네.
그렇죠.
The fixer finally got out of our way, then, with one of her free hands pointed toward the opposite door.
죽으러 가겠다는데 말릴 필요도 없지. 아니면 뭐 실력이 대단하면 다 구해서 돌아올 수도 있겠지만.
경력 고맙네, 해결사 사샤요.
Yo, how's it going? Welcome.
이곳은 자네에게 맡길 테니 부디 본인을 대신해서 이들을 무사히 지켜내시게.
저기 이 뒤에 있는 괴물들을 처리해 주러 가시는 건가요?
Just as we were about to reach the other end of the car, a little passenger pulled on Don Quixote's coattails.
그렇단다.
우와, 그럼 언니는 유명한 해결사예요?
그렇지. 본인은 명망 높은 해결사 라네.
Don is creating more Dons.
저도 언니처럼 해결사.
얘 너무 치근덕대면. 아우 죄송합니다. 저희 애가.
아닐세. 괜찮네. 놔둬도 되는데. 해결사가 꿈인가 보구나.
당신 같은 자가 열차에 탑승하고 있어서 다행이긴 하군요. 저런 어린아이도 구할 수 있었으니.
무슨 말이야? 다들 왜 이래? 같은 바닥 처지끼리. 당연히 머릿수대로 긴급보호비를 거두려는 거지. 왜 자꾸 둘 다 똥짠지 같은 소리야?
그렇군요.
I don't think Don Quixote needs to hear what she just said.
파우스트 씨, 다시 봤어요.
무엇을 말씀이시죠?
일부러 그런 거였죠? 저자가 순수한 마음으로 승객들을 보호할 마음은 없었다는 거 알면서도 돈키호테 씨에게 동조해 준 거요. 또다시 시끄러워지면 골치 아프겠다 싶었는데 다행이에요. 보셨어요? 눈이 얼마나 반짝거리던지. 평소에도 그랬지만 오늘따라 의욕이 완전히 넘쳐흐르고 있다니까요. 돈키호테 씨.
눈.
Faust strode towards Sasha with a question.
마지막으로 하나 궁금한 것이 있습니다.
질문 하나당 30만 원.
같은 바닥 처지끼리. 그런 판단은 유감이군요. 저희 쪽 의뢰가 성공하고 나면 추후에 W사에 적극적인 협력 사무소가 있었다고 제보해 드릴 수도 있을 텐데요.
뭐야? 진짜? 무슨 질문인데?
혹시 상대하셨던 괴물들의 눈빛이 모두 붉지는 않던가요?
Sasha paused her swinging arms for a moment upon hearing that question, appearing to be either in thought or trying to recall something, then answered.
글쎄, 온통 붉은색인 괴물이긴 했는데 눈색이 중요한가? 일단 내 의안도 빨간색이고 저 승객도 눈이 적색이었고 거기 너희 쪽에 칼 메고 있는 녀석도 눈이 빨갛잖아?
I found hello.
뭐 이런 게 돈 되는 중요한 정보라도 되나?
아니요. 뭐 별것 아니었습니다.
Faust nodded lightly in her direction, then opened the door next to the next car. Oh. It was just as we had feared. The scene that appeared before us looked like it came straight out of a painting of hell. Oh god. Man, that 3 days? I get that there are blood fiends here, but oh my god, 3 days? All right. Painting of hell. What type of fight is this? I hate that it doesn't like tell you. It's so stupid. Just tell me, please. No, whatever. We're going with the full group.
목표 위치로 돌격 중.
Painting hell, almost like a hell screen. What? Oh, is this a reference that I don't get? Oh no. I was correct. Haha. Doing a full set of defenses, a chain battle and all. All right. How screen is Ryoshi's source?
자,
Oh.
자, 하, 자.
Alright.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Nice.
대검 방어.
Yo, by the way, chat. I downloaded
지바이에 의뢰했다면
the Limbus company mod for Don't Starve.
쪽에
So like, I'm gonna do a stream on that in the future. It'll be a last time I did a Don't Starve stream, I set it to a public world and a lot of like random people joined. But this time I want to set it to a private world and just put the what you call it on screen, the code on screen, so that we get just chat members, you know. You have 15 already? Oh my god. We do with password? Yeah.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
좋아.
Don't Starve mod. I don't actually know too much about it. I just know it adds to the sinners. Do they each have like their own special abilities, I guess?
대검의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
Not mod made by a jerk. Let me look something up real quick. Oh god.
무차 잠들어.
Hopefully not. I didn't do too much research. Even so, even if they're like a jerk, as you put it, they don't profit off of it, so.
완벽한데요? 소문이 퍼지면 당분간 귀하신 분들의
Can you
영재고
profit off of mods? I don't
끊이질
think you can,
않겠어요.
right? Also, wait,
좋아.
따라가겠어요.
잠시 즉시
why do we have
명령이라면?
what? Hold on. Huh?
좋아.
잠시
따라가겠어요.
즉시
I don't remember what order I
명령이라면?
put it in, so I just made sure. Why can't I take everyone? I didn't realize. Wait, what? Okay. I know a lot about it. I had to try and decode what it did myself via looking at the code since I couldn't find good documentation. Oh. Chain battles, this thing's mechanic. When somebody dies, people will sub it. I know that. I just thought this was only for, what you call it? For, mirror dungeons. Oh yeah, the level is lower because the rest of them are there, but yeah. They'll be used for every canto going forward. Oh, so chain battles are just like a newer feature, I guess? Okay. Neat.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Please because I need to know what Don't Starve. Don't Starve together, yes.
왜 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
Yeah, Don't Starve is just not multiplayer. So whenever I say Don't Starve together, or whenever I say Don't Starve, I usually just mean Don't Starve together because I don't even have Don't Starve. I think I played it like once on like, is it on Xbox? I don't know. But yeah, any other thing than that is always just gonna be Don't Starve together.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
지바이에 의뢰했다면
Okay, I checked it out. It got covered by some problematic people, but the mod itself is fine. Ah, okay.
풍속에서
Oh god, yeah, I don't really know too much about like the Project Moon community, do I? I don't know like many notorious like people in the community. Well, I've had a few notorious people show up into my own streams, but other than that.
언제까지 버티나
비명을
보자고.
질러라.
자,
비명을 질러라.
And I know like
떼어내주지.
who's the person that does like the tutorials like Escu or whatever? I watched a few of like their tutorials, but yeah.
불길 속으로.
대검 방어.
거러지 같은 놈들.
All right. Esco's cool, even though he complains about a lot of things I think are nothing burgers. Yeah, that's fair though, cause he does like a lot of like technical videos, so I guess you've got to look at a bunch of like technical stuff and like
불길
you
속으로.
can spot more problems than the average person that you probably wouldn't even notice on like a normal playthrough. Playing balloons right now, yo.
좋아.
왜 안에 갇혀 죽어라. 풍 속에서
You should watch
기회인
Frey
것 같소.
Shikama. If I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but maybe. Yeah, I do need to just like learn more about the Project Moon community and stuff. Dawn has enough. I guess we don't really need to, but why not?
제압할게요.
비명을 질러라.
Lots of brain rot. Oh yeah, I honestly
좁은 곳에서 전투하는 건 제법 지치는 것 같아요.
the main reason I haven't like engaged too much with the Project Moon community is just that a lot of it is like Roblox stuff. I just don't like Roblox stuff like at all. So I've just like not engaged with it that much, but I know there was a Project Moon community before Roblox discovered it, so that's the part that I would like to engage with.
어쩔 수 없어요. 저희같이 긴 무기를 쓰는 사람들은 좁은 곳에서 금방 지치기 마련이니까요.
These enemies weren't much harder than the ones we'd fought earlier, but it was inevitable that their sheer number would eventually wear the sinners down.
파우스트 씨, 저들 정체는 대체 무엇일까요?
We'll hate Roblox, true. Honestly, I'm indifferent to like the actual like kids that play Roblox, because that's just kids. Kids will like act like that. But like, I just don't like Roblox as a company. Roblox as a company sucks so much. Like they are so like I've gone on multiple rants about this in the past, but they are just like so awful. Like they make a game like a multiplayer game specifically targeted towards children, which already is a pretty dangerous thing to do, because like there have been multiple things like that in the past where it's just like adults will just play that and like be terrible people. And just like they don't like protect any children on that. They're awful. And then there's also the recent like drama with what was their name? Person that was like being sued for like going after predators on Roblox. Like they're trying to sue that person. So it's just like they really just don't care. Owner called predators an opportunity. God. I played like 10 hours of Roblox in my life. It was indescribably worse than anything else I've ever played. Yeah, I've like when I was a teenager, like I attempted to play it a little bit. And like it's one of those things where it's like if somebody makes a good game, it's a good game. You can play that. But then it's also just like I can play better games elsewhere. So why am I an adult on Roblox, you know? Alright, back to the game.
그래, 나도 아까부터 궁금했다고. 왜 안 알려주는 건데?
The something something separating art from the artist. Yeah, I agree with that sentence to an extent. Okay, this is the rant portion of the stream, I guess. All right. I feel like separating the art from the artist is like a thing that you can do if like the artist doesn't actively benefit from it. Like, you know? Like if somebody is like for Harry Potter stuff, a lot of people will like use that phrase to be like, oh, separate the art from the artist. J.K. Rowling's a terrible person, but like it's Harry Potter, it's awesome. But like J.K. Rowling still profits off of pretty much every bit of like art that she made, you know? So it's like if you are actively in like buying stuff from like Harry Potter merchandise stuff, you're just putting more money into her pocket. It's like ugh, kind of weird, you know? But yeah, and the same with like, oh god, Kanye West songs have been blowing up just like all over the place. And didn't he like literally like isn't he like self-admittedly like a Nazi? Like I'm pretty sure like he said that, right? Am I hallucinating? Like I feel like everyone's ignoring that, right? Like that's crazy. Like I've been noticing like his songs showing up like a lot more. Like it's like everyone just forgot about that. It's crazy. Like he went on like a Twitter rant and like multiple public interviews saying how much he loved the guy that did it. Yeah, I don't know. Separating the art from the artist is a case-by-case basis, I guess. All right, back to the game now.
저것들은
저것들은?
어떤 존재라고 생각하시나요?
네? 그걸 방금 제가 물어보지 않았나요? 아니면 설마 저희에게 먼저 생각해볼 기회를 주시는 건가요?
I love how everyone, like whenever Faust like doesn't know anything, they just automatically assume that it's like a puzzle. Like worked on a massive Katsuya So and W Place, and it's eventually lost to the wave of Kanye albums. Oh god. Oh, I forgot about W Place. That's crazy. Of course, Faust did not confirm nor deny his question, but Sinclair was perfectly capable of making up his own interpretation of her silence.
여러 번 싸워보니까 알 것 같은 건 있었어요.
I'm nominating Kim Ji-hoon as for Best Person of the Year, yo.
이 괴물들은 저희에게 화가 나 있거나 방해되는 존재라서 덤벼드는 느낌이 아닌 것 같아요.
맞네. 이들은 굶주리기라도 한 듯 뭔가를 향해 맹렬히 돌진하고 있었네.
맞아요. 이 열차 안에서는 배고픔도 목마름도 느껴지지 않을 텐데.
공격 패턴이 이성적인 판단에 기반하지 않았다. 그저 본능적인 공격성을 우리를 향해 발산하고 있다고밖에 해석되지 않는군.
Yo, how's it going? Welcome. Sorry, I had to wait for Mersalt to stop talking. I'm not used to him talking that long.
그리고 또 뭐가 있었죠?
그리고 또 모든 눈이 붉었던 것 같아요.
신체 대부분에 붓지 않은 곳이 없었어.
냄새는 피 냄새다. 피로 만들었겠지.
그러하다면 피가 굳은 결정화된 느낌이라고 해야 바를 테지.
네, 감사합니다. 모두들 유용한 정보였습니다.
Recently finished my weekly mirror dungeon. Sorry, I read that backwards. I got one floor further than I did last time. Floor 13, yo. Wait, is that the harder mode? I haven't actually played the harder mode yet. I 55 is the max level currently, right? So I'm getting close to being able to do that reliably. It was my turn to start whispering. What did you learn from that? What did you learn from that?
이번엔
Had
운이
to redo that
좋았습니다,
line.
단테. 열차에 탑승하기 전 다음 행선지를 위한 정보를 열람하던 도중 곁다리로 읽어둔 지식이 쓸모있는 열쇠가 되었던 것도 있지만
Also, so when you like tap into the knowledge of Faust, like wouldn't she like remember? Like, wouldn't that be like reading a book? I guess like you gain that information for yourself. So I guess it would. I don't know. I guess she could forget stuff as well. Who knows? I don't know how it works.
단테의 조언대로 수감자들 또한 유익한 정보를 추려내는데 큰 도움이 되었습니다.
You mean you know what to do to blow this case wide open?
그렇게 장담할 수는 없습니다만 적어도 시작점으로서는 기능할 테죠.
I assume as much, but how would she have known what info to access? True. Yeah, it's not like she like taps into all of the info all at once. It's like a specific like, yeah. With that, Faust turned around and faced the rest of the sinners.
지금부터 이 상황을 타개할 방법을 제시하겠습니다.
응? 그냥 쭉쭉 뚫고 가는 것 말고도 뭐가 있는 거야?
그 자체는 바뀌지 않을 테지만 결과적으로 이번 의뢰의 목적이 무엇인지 그리고 어떻게 W사의 의뢰를 완수할 수 있는지에 대한 가닥을 잡을 수 있을 겁니다.
You think Dante the shonen protagonist voice is crazy? Yeah. That's just how I like assumed they sounded. Just like from the way they talk like all the time. It's specifically early on. I think Dante has definitely changed over the time, but I refuse to change the voice.
이번 열차 그리고 지속적으로 워프 열차에서 비슷한 사건을 일으킨 존재는 매우 높은 확률로 혈귀입니다.
So wait, hold on. It took this long. Okay, maybe yeah. I guess I have more information on blood fiends than most people would. But like, we walked into this and we fought like one guy, and I was like, "This is blood fiends," right? Sorry, that laugh was loud. Oh my god.
끝인가? 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어째서 이 분노가 끝나지 않는 거지?
All right. Honestly, I don't see enemy names. Honestly, I didn't read the enemy names either. I just like saw them, and there was that's a blood fiend. Though I guess, honestly, that might have just been a wild guess at my point that happened to be correct, because like they could totally just be like warp train, like people. Like that's how you end up looking.
돈 벌러 가자.
Wait, blood fiend? What's a blood fiend?
혈기가 대체 무엇인가?
어? 네가 모를 줄은 몰랐는데 이런 신기한 거 관련이라면 뭐든지 알고 있는 줄 알았어.
I feel like Dante would know what blood fiends are due to the mirror worlds, right? Same way we knew about warp trains. Because like, we have an ID to do with blood fiends, right? Firefist Gregor fights blood fiends, doesn't he? Am I misremembering? I might be misremembering. I remember an ID fought blood fiends.
듣도 보도 못했다만 본인이 잊은 기사라도 있던 것인가?
Our blood fiend IDs weren't accessible by Dante at this time in the story. Oh, I see. Yeah, I always forget. Like I'm doing the story, not as it comes out. Don Quixote furrowed her brows, genuinely lost. It was as though the very words sounded alien to her.
저도 현실에 존재하는 줄은 몰랐어요. 그저 무서운 이야기로 만들어졌다고 생각했는데 마늘이랑 햇빛을 두려워한다고 하던가요?
아, 제가 들은 이야기랑은 좀 다르네요. 제가 듣기로는 햇빛이나 마늘은 뜬 소문이고 오히려 물을 무서워한다던데요?
혈귀에 대한 보고는 나도 받아본 적이 있다. 지휘관이던 시절에 말이지.
More Otis lore?
그들이 부린다는 부산물 도 본 적이 있다. 기억이 흐릿하지만 이런 형태는 분명 아니었을 텐데.
Bro, I genuinely cannot wait for the Otis canto. I feel like that's gonna be the most fun canto.
손가락에도 혈기라는 놈이 있었지. 저런 고무장갑 같은 것들을 부리진 않았지만. 하지만 좀 걸리는군. 그놈은 이렇게 마구잡이로 찌꺼기를 늘리진 않았다. 내 놈도 알고 있지 않나?
You missed the what Claire event?
네, 수감자 내에도 경험한 분들이 있었군요. 설명이 길지 않아도 되겠습니다. 말씀하시는 대로 저희가 마주한 적들은 혈귀 그
Taken
자체는
Sinclair,
아니라고
that's
보여집니다. 혈귀의 권속이 되지 못한 찌꺼기 같은 존재. 관계자 사이에선 피주머니라고 부른다는 정보가 있었습니다.
그럴듯한 이름이지.
Why would anyone name someone Bloodbag?
처음에 이야기했던 대로 통상적인 방법으론 워프 열차 내에서 승객이 사라질 수 없습니다. 워프 열차나 W사에 대한 모든 것을 알 수는 없어도 저희가 갖고 있는 정보가 꽤 많음에도 예외를 찾아낼 수 없었죠. 거기서 저는 아직 저희가 한 번도 마주하지 않았던 존재를 논리 안에 끼워 넣었을 때 한 가지 추측이 성립된다는 걸 파악했습니다.
그럼 그 혈귀라는 것은 승객들을 아예 없었던 것으로 만들 수 있다는 이야기인가요?
What, do I study for my midterms or play Limbus Company? I would say Limbus Company probably. That would be the smart option.
휘발된다는 쪽에 가까울 것 같군요.
휘발.
워프 열차는 승객들끼리 온갖 폭력적인 일을 벌이더라도 본래대로 돌려놓을 수 있습니다. 폭력이라는 것에는 여러 가지가 있겠지만 그중 식인도 분명 존재하겠죠. 하지만 열차 운행간 시간이 유예된 승객들은 소화의 과정 또한 이루어지지 않는 것과 마찬가지일 테니 결국 복구할 수 있는 상태였을 겁니다.
그저 입에 쑤셔 넣었을 뿐이라면 뱃속을 갈라내 그 핏줄 같은 것으로 연결된 조각들을 맞춰볼 수 있었겠지.
하지만 피주머니들은 다릅니다. 맹목적으로 피를 찾아다니는 이들은 희생자의 혈액을 흡수함으로써 자신들의 존재를 유지할 수 있고 유지비로 혈액 또한 조금씩 소비한다고 합니다.
응? 방금은 소화는 하지 않는다며?
추론해 보자면 혈귀와 피주머니에게 혈액은 단순히 에너지를 얻기 위한 식사의 과정과는 다른 것 같습니다. 그들에게 혈액이란 감정, 성취, 돈, 존재의 자신들을 유지하기 위한 많은 것들이 포함되어 있는 무언가. 그렇기에 마음 먹는다면 혈액을 소비할 수 있고 소화 따위의 과정과는 별개로 이루어질 것입니다.
무슨 소리인지 절반도 못 알아들었거든?
지금 시간이 유예되었음에도 히스클리프 군은 화를 내거나 슬퍼하거나 또는 기뻐할 수 있지 않은가?
Rose, what's your favorite general reception? I feel like it's gotta be Kim, right? Kim's just the best, right? Yeah, me on Limbus, by the way. Sure, yeah, I'll I'll show the or I'll copy and paste the code once we're back to the main menu.
어? 그야 뭐 그렇긴 한데.
그것이 변한 것인지 생멸하는 것인지는 알 수 없으나 지나간 감정은 사라졌다고도 볼 수 있을 터. 승객들의 살아갈 의지와 존재의 가치 또한 멈춘 시간 속에서도 점차 사라지지 않소.
Drop code and description. True, I could do that.
혈액이란 그러한 것이라고 파우스트 양은 설명한 것이요.
그런가? 그래서 바로 휘발된다 이거구만.
승객의 구성 묘소. 살점들과 이어진 혈액도 사라져서 살점을 끌어모을 수 없을 거고요.
You know, I just realized, when was the last time I updated my own support IDs? I should probably check on them. See if, like, I have any good ones, like, left. Or any, new, like, any of my current ones that are, like, not there yet.
논지에 어긋남은 없군.
Everyone fell silent for a moment. That was way too much information to process at once. We didn't even know what to make of them either.
질문을 몇 가지 하고 싶소.
Yisong was the first to break the silence.
피주머니라 하는 존재는 혈귀가 직접 만드는 것이요? 만약 그렇다면 어떠한 방식으로?
거기까지는 정보의 접근이 제한되었군요.
Faust replies, avoiding Yisong's gaze. There isn't anything I can do about this. The sinners will only get more stressed if they find out what's going on with Faust, and that's something we both want to avoid.
제한. 그렇군. 과거 그대가 말했던
추측이지만 피주머니로 만들기 위해서는 어떤 식으로든 접촉이 필요할 것으로 보입니다. 그렇지 않다면 가장 성가신 존재인 저희가 멀쩡한 것이 말이 되지 않을 테니까요.
일리 있어.
그렇다면 그 잔악한 혈기란 놈은 이 열차 어딘가에 숨어 있다는 말이겠군.
그렇겠죠. 조금 전에 보았던 해결사의 말을 신뢰한다면 이 피주머니들이 몰려온 건 열차의 뒷칸부터, 즉 나아가다 보면 반드시 그 혈귀를 마주하게 될 것입니다.
좋네! 무고한 승객들의 원한을 대신 풀어줄 기회! 본인은 절대 놓치지 않겠네!
단테.
It seemed that Don Quixote was now invigorated, while the other sinners also appeared rather satisfied now that we had a clearer sight of our goal. Faust, who stood amidst them, nodded in my direction. Well then, let's go. We're making the best of what's available to us at the moment. Let's move forward for now. All right. Oh, more combat. I thought we'd already done the combat for this node. I guess not. Neutral from Gregor? Why? That's better, actually. Well, okay, sure, do that.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
자!
찢어 발겨주마. 품 속에서.
Yep. Cool.
불길 속으로.
후회 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
최선의 방어를!
대검의 머리가 쪼개지지
찢어 발겨주마.
Harvest Counter is just insane for no reason.
지금이
Dang.
기회인 것 같소!
Yeah, I never really use it just because, like, it refills the fuel and I want to get it low at least a little bit, you know? But if it's first turn, then, you know, might as well. they both have enough.
목을 내놓고 있도록. 그 오물을
We've got a lot of S3s happening this round.
떼어내주지. 다 죽어라.
2-5 for skill 3s, yeah. Wait, is that a warp corp like
찢어 놓아주마.
cleanup crew? I just realized their uniform's kind of blue.
찢어 놓아주마.
Yeah, this is warp corp. Why are they like taking the warp train? Is that just like... Do they do that? Do they ride the warp train for the entire duration of it? They're blood-bagged cleanup agents? Yeah, but like, doesn't this take place during the actual warp train? I thought they came in afterward to like clean up, you know? I think there's a reason probably. Or it's just like they used their assets or something. I don't know. Not only is it insane, it fuels gloom in a burn team. Oh. Gregor, stop going neutral. Whatever. I guess that's what we're doing right now. But God, don't click that. Click the right button, please, me. My God.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게.
I'm sure it's explained in a Warp Corp story ID.
최선의 방어를.
I'm assuming they usually use an ice pod, or they're only there because of the whole blood fiend thing. Maybe, yeah. Also, what is the team you're using? My best guys, because I don't have enough level points to level up my other IDs and make a proper team. These are just literally like I've had most of these guys from the beginning, and like I just spent all of my level up tokens leveling up the guys on my main team as I progressed, and then I just don't have any level up tokens for like the new IDs that I get. I need to do more grinding, obviously, but yeah. Don has 13, actually. Go ahead.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요.
풍 속에서 불타버렸나?
The age-old damage. All right. I mean, they do a lot of damage. To be fair. To be fair, they do, in fact, do quite a bit of damage.
좋아. 다 죽어라.
You can worry about building the team after you caught up on the story? Yeah. Because, yeah, honestly, for a while, I did not see a point in doing the daily, like, what you call it? The daily Luxvations. Just because, like, just now is it starting to get to the point where it's like, okay, yeah, that's a little bit good. But, like, back when I was, like, in, like, Kanto 3, like, these are nothing. This is just nothing. There's no XP there. And this, I mean, this one still kind of sucks, doesn't it? Doesn't really give you too much thread. I usually save up lunacy, spend it all on 4 lunacy columns, convert the modules, wait until it resets, though. I still think that your team is good in terms of what each one brings to the team, not just their individual damage output, yeah. I mean, having, like, a little bit of each, like, not of each, of, like, multiple, like, effects on like each thing. Like, I feel like Ishmael like kind of staggers them a little bit quicker than Heathcliff. He applies sinking to lower their SP a little bit more, so our clash power is up. Like, it's not like focused, but it's like they still do things, you know? Like, Burn still does the damage, sinking still does the sinking stuff, Tremor still does the tremor stuff. Just less. Still don't get how Wild Hunt is one of the best syncing IDs. I mean, isn't like Wuthering Heights IDs all just like pretty syncing focused, or at least the ones that I have? So I guess it would make sense that Wild Hunt Heathcliff is one of the best syncing IDs because he's Wild Hunt Heathcliff, you know? Oh yeah, I wanted to...
점심밥은 무엇을 먹을 생각이요?
Here, yeah. Let's go copy that. I will put this in my YouTube description and then just copy and paste it in Twitch chat as well. There we go. And let me put this in Twitch chat. If anyone's over there. There it is. Okay. Back to the game.
점심밥은 무엇?
And I want to do this. Oh my god. 5 EXP tickets. Only I click the button, dang. Okay. Back to this. Sure, once the train arrives to its destination and puts... and original dimension cleanup agents move in to kind of put everything back in its original places. That's how warp trains work? Yeah. Yeah. I was just wondering why they were in the warp train currently. Yeah, somebody in chat said that it's probably just because the whole Blood Fiend thing is happening, so they might have been also investigating and then got taken. Request has been sent. Oh yeah, I forgot I have to like accept them and stuff.
점심밥은 무엇을 먹을 생?
Friends inbox. Accept. There we go.
점심밥은 무엇?
Yeah, now if anyone on YouTube asks me to like copy and paste the ID, I can just say it's in the description. Whoa.
규정이라면 따르겠습니다.
I also forgot to check on my own supports. I literally said that I wanted to like make sure that they were all good. And, like add any new ones. Check out my supports. Use my Microsoft use supports. I usually don't use supports unless I'm just like doing something other than story. I just feel like I wanted to specifically go through the story without any supports and like use my own team. But honestly, now that I'm getting to the point where everyone's gonna be level 55 anyway soon, I might as well use supports, just like to test out new IDs. I just felt that it was broken to like with like a max level, like a level cap of 40, use a level like a level 55 ID, you know? I should be sending new friend requests myself soon. All right. Neutral? Why? Get on your horse, I guess. You should run Tremor, trust me. I think I've got a Tremor build. I've got a few builds with like lower level IDs for mirror dungeons since it automatically levels them up. It is my main level team. Gotta go now. We'll tune back in 20 to 25 minutes probably. Alright. Thanks for stopping by. Hi streamer. Hello chat. Immediate lament, mourn, and despair.
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 과 함께 사라져라.
3 coffin, dang.
최선의 방어를.
Double tails.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
지바이에 의뢰했다면
찢어 놓아주마.
Those blood bags that I hate. I don't know them well enough to hate them. My Tremor team are all fighting for who gets the amplitude. Oh, I still don't get how like all that stuff works. I need to like look into Tremor more. I just know basic Tremor like stats. I don't think I have any like crazy Tremor IDs. I just have Ishmael, who has like she's kind of complicated, but it's more like it's a mix of other things that we already know. You know, like aggro, defense level, all that stuff. Oh, well that's cool. Broke through Gregor's counter as well. What? Anyone like normal enemies just like are strong for no reason. I hate it. Yeah, Hanafuda, I don't. We've only got Alan Gregor. A lot of S3s happening.
불길 속으로.
Also, Heathcliff has 10 coffin. My god. How did that even happen? Back to the warp train mines with you.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
What's going on? What was that?
시바이에 의뢰했다면 대검의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
Did I hallucinate that? Okay. I was reading chat and out of the corner of my eye, like the screen got like fuzzy for half a second. That was weird. Well, this is kind of sad.
위험인물 발견.
Okay, so, oh.
잠깐! 관리자 나리! 이 사람 좀 보게! 아직 살아있는 자가 있네!
Oh? Because the train is active, cleanup members aren't allowed to rip space because it disturbs the navigation systems. Oh. Hence the red alarm. Oh! Oh! When we... Okay. We used rip space. That's awesome. Don Quixote, her round eyes wide open, began sprinting somewhere.
뭐야? 들어오지 마 이놈들이!
Oh?
이봐, 우린 괴물이 아니야. 괜찮아?
당신도 변하기 시작한 건가요? 그럼 벌레 팔 같은 걸로도
뭐? 아니야, 이거는
Gregor stumbled for words, scoffed, then cast his gaze toward the floor in disbelief.
그래, 뭐 착각할 만도 하지. 이게 뭐 의체인지 괴물인지 한눈에 봐서 알 수가 있나?
같은 생체형 의완이더라도 이렇게 투박한 구형 모델은 최근 도시에서 보기 드물기 때문에 착각할 수도 있다. 의체... 다행이네요. 전 또 그 미친놈들이 쳐들어올까봐. 보다시피 다리도 이 모양이라 여기 숨어 있을 수밖에 없었거든요.
Is that the red rabies? What? That's crazy. Hello, red rabies. It's been a while.
그런데 W사 직원들이 이 열차에는 왜 타고 있는 거지?
Huh, you're right. From what we found out about the warp trains through the identities, I can't imagine why any of them would ever willingly board this train.
외부 의뢰로 온다던 해결사들이죠. 저희는 당신들을 도와서 사건을 해결하라는 명령을 받았습니다. 저희라고 하기엔 저밖에 안 남았지만요. 동료들은 저 앞칸에서 차례대로 이성을 잃어가더니 결국
그럴 수가. 파우스트군, 피주머니가 원래대로 되돌아갈 수 있는 방법은 없는 것인가?
죄송합니다. 그 정보도 아직 열람할 수가 없군요.
Though her voice and expression were both as serene as always, there was something gloomy about the way she said it.
파우스트에게 너무 많은 부분을 의지하고 있었을지도 모르겠군요.
Faust muttered in a barely audible volume. I don't know what I can do to help the sinners in a situation like this either. I'd also grown used to Faust's omniscience because I could always trust it would be there for me. I was starting to realize I don't have the means to dig myself out of a hole like this. Rabi's on a comically large wooden sign pointing to the wrong side of the road with the word Slinky written on it. No, maybe I was too reliant on the sinners as a whole. If, when the time comes for them to depend on me, when they can no longer stand on their own, can I really manage them? Lead them to the right choices? Doubt, colored with fear, begins to rise like an ominous plume of smoke.
뭐 괜찮습니다.
The agent struggled to come to some corner of the room with his wounded leg and pulled on a lever.
이런 공간에 잘도 저런 걸 숨겼군.
And the wall behind what had initially appeared to be a folding chair for employees spun open.
이게 무엇인가? 설마 저 앞에 있는 혈기를 해치는 비밀 무기가 숨겨져 있다거나?
1등석에서 본 캡슐이랑 비슷하게 보이긴 하는데 저곳에?
The cleanup agent slumped into the pod that appeared in the wall.
이제 좀 살겠네요.
무엇을 할 생각인가?
이런 상황을 위해 W사에서는 직원용 소형 동면포들을 준비해 놓았거든요.
Hold on, I gotta. There we go. Okay. Bot gone.
그랬군. 그럼 어?
그럼 남은 일은 잘 부탁드려요.
Didn't snap that one. Don't worry, I got it. With that, he settled into the capsule and shut the hatch behind him. When the door covering the pod closed, only the folding chair on the wall covered with viscera remained. He's gone.
갔어.
가버리셨군요.
We blankly stared at the wall the agent disappeared into. Well then, I guess we gotta... Let's move on to the next car. Keep on keeping on. Alright.
끝인가? 정말
I like that Heathcliff doesn't, like, talk as much anymore.
분노가 끝나지.
He used to have a paragraph every time. We're almost out of Encephalon already. Oh my god, I'm gonna need these some Encephalon boxes.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
All right. Gregor, why is your S3 in neutral? Gregor? What's going on, Gregor? Why are you suddenly so weak against these guys? You were fine earlier. Isn't your whole thing, like, that you, like, go after blood bags? And blood fiends? Isn't that like your thing that you do? Why are you weak against blood fiends? Rolling skills, but like, what the heck?
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 풍 속에서
다 죽어라.
Neutral again? What the heck? Oh, yeah, whatever. Go with the neutral. You've got 10, so you're good. But these guys are way too strong, and I don't like it. Yo, it's Ricardo. What's up? How's it going?
앞을 막을 자는 없어. 지금이 기회인 것 같소.
다 죽어라.
대검 방어.
후회 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
Wait, you gonna heal? What the heck?
시바이의
Don't do that.
의뢰였더니
What the heck? There we go.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Oh wait, have you seen the second Wild Hunt Heathcliff Uptie story for post 648? It's the Identity Archive. You know, I haven't actually watched any of the Wild Hunt stories yet because when I first got them, people told me that it was a spoiler, so I just didn't watch it. So I should like do a stream where I go through some of the Identity stories. Gregor, why? What the heck, Gregor?
불길 속으로.
Do better, Gregor.
후회 안에 갇혀 죽어라. 찢어 발겨주마. 비명을 질러라.
최선의 방어를.
남길 말은 없겠지.
All right. Do that.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요.
It's strange because Wild Hunt, one idea that has a less spoiler version for before you do the Kanto. Oh.
머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
Yeah, maybe people were just being like cautious with it. Oh god, Sinclair's insane.
쉬시게.
It's okay, it doesn't matter. You can go insane. We won the battle. You also get an extra 40 lunacy for it? Yo.
정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어째서 이 분노가 끝나지
Got lunacy. Whoa. Got 5,000 lunacy. This is like a lot of lunacy. I never have this much. Alright, last one before we gotta use a box. Dang. Spoiler for Kanto 7 Result says more than 3 words. That's crazy. What I want to do, I wanted to check on my support guides. Company, right? Yeah. Why are you my support? I guess you are still my best Raja ID, so. Yeah. I put that before I uptied you. That's funny. Oh, it's just the portrait. I see. Do we have anyone better? I don't really know. We don't really have anyone better, do we? Oh, we got Don and Yisung, yeah. They're good. Do we have anyone else? We got you, but you're level 12. So nobody's gonna use you. Yeah, everyone else is just lower leveled. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Didn't get my friend request. I should check that. There we go. Accept. Cool. Okay. Back to the warp train. So it's kind of using the charge steam. So it's kind of, honestly, it's. I've got 2 of them. It's funny because I didn't even intend to do that. They just happened to show up and be good.
길이 같으니 거들어주지.
All neutrals. Awesome. That's really cool. Every single clash that I'm doing is a neutral.
위험인물 발견.
All right. Guess I'm gonna request check back in after you complete this last night. All right. Gregor, please. Why is everyone so terrible today? Oh my god. I guess I need to level them more. Yeah, the max is 50, isn't it? That's why. They're currently level 45, a lot of them.
치바이에 의뢰했다면
자, 지금이 기회인 것 같소.
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 구회 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
Nice.
풍 속에서 찢어 놓아주마.
He got 5 coffin from that one turn. Or 2 turns, I guess.
대검의 머리가 쪼개지진 않았을 텐데.
Nice.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Sent it? Alright.
찢어 밝혀주마.
치바이에 의뢰했다면
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
I just realized, chat, is the blood... Don't answer this. But is the Blood Fiend that one mirror dungeon boss that I fought on multiple occasions because it didn't, like, stop... It didn't, like, decide not to spoil it when I did it?
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
There's a mirror dungeon boss that I hadn't seen in the actual story yet.
찢어 놓아주마.
Yeah, don't answer it. I'll see when I get there. The one with, like, the Plague Doctor mask? Does it have a Plague Doctor mask? I don't even know. Don't ponder about it too much, I won't. Like, when I saw that boss, I was like, this feels like a Blood Fiend, and now we're gonna be fighting a Blood Fiend. Oh, I gotta recharge. No, just one of them. Only time will tell. All right.
정리를 시작하겠어.
I thought Bamboo had Kim in Kanto 3. Dang. It does suck that mirror dungeons kind of spoil stuff, and you kind of also have to do stuff like that to get like actual rewards. So you just kind of have to like risk a spoiler every now and then. Gregor, please. Oh my god. How long is this interval? I don't remember it being this long. Yeah, a lot of stories tend to just like throw a lot of fights at you, which like I won't complain. I get a little bit of XP from each one, so. Hopeless. Just defend, I guess. Intervalos are the filler arcs of Limbus. They're good fillers, though.
대검 방어.
You know, I feel like they should trim down the amount of fights in Limbus and just give you more XP for it. I feel like XP has always, like, people say it gets better, like, in the later cantos, but, like, it's still, where I am, just kind of sucks. It's really annoying to get XP without constantly just grinding for it at all times. You know?
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요.
It does though. Yeah, I don't doubt it gets better. They probably over time fix stuff, and like a lot of the newer stuff probably gets like more of the what you call it? The attention. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Yeah.
속에서 쳐 죽어라. 전부 불타버렸나.
What? Nice.
언제까지 버티나 보자고. 더러지 같은 놈들. 풍 속에서
My god, there are so many enemies.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
그 오물을
Claire's so happy. Oh, is he not insane? He should be insane. He's been doing unopposed attacks. He should. Okay, yeah, no, he's slightly insane. He should be more insane though. You go do a neutral clash, you'll go more insane.
이제
counter.
다 죽어라.
아무차 잠들어라.
불타버렸나?
Yay. Are we getting story yet? No. We are! Something caught my attention from the corner of my eye after another round of brutal combat.
어? 이건 또 뭐야?
Oh! The T-Corp box. We were on the final car adjacent to the freight car when we discovered that odd box with the T-Corp logo on it.
T사의 로고인 것 같다만
전투 중에 부서진 것 같구려.
그 대표라는 사람 허버트랬나? 다른 날개와 많은 연계를 하고 있다는 이야기를 했던 것 같아. 역시 W4하고도.
Story in my combat mode?
T사뿐이 아니라 날개들은 이리저리 협력을 주고받는 사이인 경우가 많소.
That box is already in ruin, by the way, yeah.
오히려 아직 그리 이름을 날리지 못한 우리 림버스 컴퍼니에게 이리 급하게 협력을 요청하는 것이 이례적인 일이라 보만.
뭐 W4도 이제 떨어질 만큼 떨어졌다는 거겠지. 부서져서 속이 드러나기 시작한 이 벽처럼. 아, 부서졌다고 하니까 생각난 건데 이 객실 자체도 엉망진창이긴 하다. 그치?
Yeah. There's a corpse right behind you, Raja. Hanging from the ceiling. It was difficult for me to ignore how Raja hurriedly swerved to a different subject as though she'd made a mistake. Even the tone of her voice shifted like she was catching herself.
피덩이가 붙은 의체 부품 및 조각이 사방에 널려 있는 것을 보아 다수의 의체 해결사가 탑승했던 객실 칸으로 보인다.
I can't think about that right now. Let's first deal with the task at hand.
아까 T사의 원정을 왔다던 해결사 사무소가 이 사람들이었을지도 모르겠어요. 같은 모델의 의체가 많이 보이네요.
의체를 사용하는 해결사들만 고용하는 사무소도 있다고 본 것 같다네.
So by the way, is Warp Corp like literally where they get their time excess from, just entirely? Because like, if Warp Corp didn't exist, I feel like T Corp's whole like money, like time is money thing wouldn't really work because you need an excess of time, which doesn't happen normally. But with Warp Corp, they can get like tens of thousands of years of time in like the blink of an eye for every train. That's crazy. What if Logan Paul and Mr. Beast go into a warp train? They probably wouldn't remember it, I would say.
혹시 이분은?
We were walking through the bloodied train car when we suddenly heard Sinclair's voice crack as though he saw something awful.
이자는 분명 승강장에서 마주쳤었던.
Oh,
우리에게 시비를 걸던 자군.
dang.
원정을 왔다 실패했다고 했었나? 이만한 숫자의 해결사들이었으니 진짜 원정이라고 말할 만도 하네.
What is that? A dead body? Oh god. Steal time from the outskirts? Oh, does each location? I guess each location can have its own time, so that would make sense. But that would leave the outskirts like really slow at all, wouldn't it? Which we didn't experience, so I don't know. I still don't fully understand how time works in this universe.
부서진 팔만 한 다스가 넘을 것 같네만 예비팔을 교체해가면서 썼던 것이지 않겠는가?
I don't know, I was joking. Makes sense. That would explain all those broken prosthetic arms and legs in this car.
그것은 아마 다른 피주머니에게 저항하던 중에 발생한 흔적일 것입니다. 관리자님.
Yeah, I put that together.
전쟁 때도 비슷한 사례가 많았습니다. 의체는 언제든 교체가 가능하니 자금이 허락하는 한 특별히 아끼거나 보호해가며 싸우지 않아도 된다는 마음가짐. 물론 그런 녀석들은 자기 몸을 제대로 보호하지 않아 일찍 전사하곤 했습니다.
Maybe so.
하나의 상황이 생각보다 다양하게 해석될 수 있군요. 두 의견을 모두 기억해 두겠습니다.
좋은 자세군. 당신 같은 사원들은 꼭 끝까지 살아남곤 했지.
네, 뭐 다행이었겠군요.
This is the guy who's called Botrix breaking the no links rule, ban him. Sure, I should ban Botrix. Faust answered Otis in an uncharacteristically snappy manner. Signs of fatigue were creeping into her pensive expression. You all right, Faust? It was rare to see any actual expression from her. I was starting to get worried.
신체적으로는 문제가 없습니다만. 네. 고립된 바다 위에서 마구잡이로 그물을 던지는 것 같은 이 상황이 유쾌하진 않군요. 평소에는 열람한 정보에 간단한 추론만 곁들여서 명료한 결론을 내릴 수 있었으니까요.
God, Faust is like such an interesting character. It's crazy. Her voice was such a whisper for the second part of her sentence that even I could barely hear what she was saying.
아, 그건 알 것도 같네요.
Like, I can't decide, like, I can't tell if Faust, like, obviously Faust wants to be a part of, like, the Faust, you know? But also, like, she seems more like human when she's not connected to that, and, like, is that good or bad? I don't know.
새까맣고 고요한 호수 위에서 어떻게든 식량을 구하겠다고 그물을 던져도 막막하거든요.
Like, is it a case of, like, she's been connected to Faust so long that that's just, like, her normal and she, like, can't really function without it, so she's getting more fatigued? Or is it a case of, like, she's connected to that and it's probably a bad thing? Like, it's probably not good for her. But also, I don't know. She's touching glass and logging off of Discord, yeah.
대체 여기가 어디쯤인지, 이곳에서 무언가 잡히기는 하는 건지 갈피 자체를 못 잡으니까요.
나 또한 보이지 않는 묘혈에 누운 기분인 것은 매한가지요. 눈에 맺힌 상과 코끝의 혈약만으로는 나아갈 길을 알 수 없으니.
It seemed that Ishmael and Yisong picked up on the first part of her sentence. However, as they walked up to her and shared a few words of consolation. Yeah.
그런데 파우스트 씨가 그런 말을 하는 건 처음 보는 것 같은데요?
I think it's interesting how they show Faust without Faust is closer to Don Quixote. Yeah.
아니, 정확히는 파우스트 씨가 오늘따라 평소랑 달라 보인다고 할지.
Faust experiences critical thought for the first time. Terrified. Dang.
그건
아, 나쁘다는 건 아니에요. 오히려 조금 유해 보여서 좋네요.
그대에게서 본 적이 없던 모습이기에 퍽 신선하오.
그런가요?
Faust's reply was curt. She closed her eyes.
승강장에 있던 팜플렛에 의하면 이 열차는 객실용 12칸과 화물용 1칸으로 구성되어 있다고 한다. 현재 도달한 곳은 11번째 칸이므로 메피스토펠레스가 있을 13번째 칸을 제외하면 단 한 칸이 남는다.
You should look into Limbus Company's second April Fools after finishing Canto 7. Oh. How many April Fools have they done, by the way? I know they did the like body swap April Fools one where everyone switched bodies. But that's the only one that I know about. I can't wait till the next April Fools when I'm actually here for it. So I think, oh, is the second one the body swap one? I've seen a few clips from it. It's funny. Which means
높은 확률로 이 피주머니들을 만든 혈기를 마주할 것이다.
Alright. Horse Virgil and body swap? I have not heard about Horse Virgil. Just beyond that door.
그래봐야 이것들 대빵이라는 거 아니야. 뭐 얼마나 다르겠어?
역으로 말해 그 많은 피주머니를 거느릴 수 있는 존재이기에 위험 수준을 높게 생각하는 것이 타당하다.
Those things up on YouTube if I remember correctly, if you want to watch it. Maybe. Should I like react to it? I've seen like a few clips from it, but I can probably do a reaction stream to it.
잘 알려진 정보는 아니지만 혈귀의 상대를 전문적으로 하는 해결사도 있다고 합니다. 혈귀 사냥꾼이라 불리는데
Yeah, sorry, I'm like choking on nothing. But yeah, I could do like a reaction stream to the 2 April Fool's ones. That'd be funny.
정보가 사실이라면 전문가가 따로 있을 만큼
Definitely
까다로운
after Canto 7.
존재이죠.
Oh. Oh, are there like spoilers for Canto 7?
생각해보면 피주머니라는 것들은 맹목적으로 혈기를 따르는 일종의 군세라는 거잖아요.
사기 저하나 탈출을 걱정하지 않아도 되는 군대를 만들 수 있는 자. 전쟁이든 일상이든 그런 자는 언제나 보통 이상의 능력을 갖고 있지.
The Sinners each exchange various opinions with one another, possible strategies, estimations of the Blood Fiend's strength, and all of a sudden,
다 집어치우시게! 이런 천인 공로의 상황을 만든 범인을 잡으러 가는 건 아닌 건가? 지금 이 순간에도 그놈의 혈액을 휘발시키고 있을지도 모르잖아!
that's true.
강하든 그렇지 않든 반드시 본인의 손으로 그 자를 처단하겠네! 그러니 서두르세!
Don Quixote's sudden outburst immediately put a stop to the shatter. She's not wrong. Besides, dealing with the Blood Fiend is the key to completing our contract. With that, I open the door leading to the last car of the train. All right.
끝인가? 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면 어째서?
The one who lords. All right.
그지?
Clear within 15 turns. Wait a minute. -1. Oh, that's weird. All right. Here we go. Actually, do we have any level up stuff? We should level up Gregor. Yeah. Because Gregor has not been clashing properly, so we should just do that. Just to up the power a little bit. Who's your favorite sinner? Currently Don, definitely. Though all of them are constantly like fighting for top places. I think Don is overall my favorite, but everyone else is constantly fighting for second place.
이 오티스 참전합니다.
This is the final fight. Good luck. All right. This room.
다들
Oh, wait.
왜 그런 표정이지?
Oh, I assumed you were gonna be the other Blood Fiend, but I guess I was wrong. Or was that is the other one like even a Blood Fiend? It might not be.
왕자에게 인사를 올리러 왔으면 최선을 다해서 웃어야지.
Hello.
저자가 이 모든 일의 원흉이자 저희가 처리해야 할 혈귀인 듯하군요.
무릎을 꿇고 머리를 조아려 예의를 갖춰라.
Dude, shut up.
그쪽이 누구길래 우리가 그래야 하는데?
I'm fond of all of them except Otis. She gives me bad vibes. I do get some bad vibes from Otis occasionally, but like he's also like interesting and stuff, you know?
한 번만 말해줄 테니 똑똑히 들어라.
내 이름은 카세티. 가족으로부터 도망친 제6권 소비자. 너희 위에 군림할 진정한 왕자이다.
Okay.
이 열차에서 일어난 모든 사륙일 니놈이 벌인 짓인가?
왕자의 앞에서 무례하게도 질문이 많군. 하지만 모처럼 배가 부른 상태니 넘어가 주지. 자, 보다시피 이 열차는 근사한 식사를 위한 연회장. 피주머니를 마음껏 만들고 먹어도 이 인간들은 끊임없이 찾아오지. 그럼 나는 그때마다 만찬을 즐길 뿐이다.
얼굴에 여흥용 가면을 쓰고 있어.
인사할 생각이라면 얼굴 정도는 제대로 보여주는 것이 기본적인 예의 아닌가?
이 가면 떼어지지 않아. 될 수 없어. 떼서는 안 돼. 그래선 왕자가 될 수 없어.
This guy's just like, okay.
가면 뒤의 모습은 흉하거든. 그래서 모두가 얼굴을 숨기기로 했지. 하지만 너희들의 피를 전부 마시고 나면 다시 원래대로 돌아올 거야. 그럼 그때는 가면을 벗을 수 있겠지.
내놈, 안면에 바느질을 한 자는 누구지? 솜씨가 제법이군.
Pains me to not like her because she is one of the only Greek characters in any gacha I play, but maybe when her Kanto comes around, I'll change my mind. Yeah, I am so hyped for the Odyssey Kanto. It's gonna be so much fun. I don't know if her backstory is the Odyssey or if we're going to be on the Odyssey during her Kanto, or maybe it's all the Odyssey. It's still continuing.
당연하지. 이 가면은 감히 이름을 입에 담기 황송한 이 발사님께서 직접 제작하셨으니까. 하지만 너무 아파. 아니야, 웃고 있어요. 열심히 웃고 있잖아요.
Look, I'm smiling.
저는 왕자랍니다.
정신이 획가닥해버린 놈이군. 다 웃었냐? 그러면 이제 몇 대만 좀 맞아라.
난 너희 같은 놈들이 좋아. 울고 짜고 바닥에 엎드려서 애걸복걸하는 것보다.
That reminds me, I should maybe read Hellscream before Kanto 9. Oh, is that the book that Ryoshi's based off of? His unbrilliant glory, dang.
달려들면서 피가 끓어오르는 그런 놈들.
주위나 둘러봐. 넌 혼자야. 후레를 당해낼 수 있을 것 같냐?
I mean, to be fair, he did like kill everyone in the entire train, but
히스클리프 씨, 방심하지 마세요. 상대는 이
Yeah.
열차의 수많은 승객을 피주머니로 만들어 온 자입니다.
방심은 안 하겠지만 그래도 뒷칸에서부터 피주머니들은 보이는 족족 우리가 썰어버렸잖아.
숫자. 그래, 숫자가 중요하지. 몇 명이 방문했는지가 중요한 건 기억하고 있어요.
Can we start fighting yet?
난 말이야 아주 강해. 그리고 이 새로운 왕국에서 물러날 마음은 조금도 없어. 이 왕좌에 가만히 앉아 있으면 피주머니들이 알아서 대령되지. 이런 나골이 또 있을 것 같아. 내가 이곳을 어떻게 만들었는데? 이걸 어버이들께서 보셨다면 얼마나 좋아하셨을까. 이 풍요로움을, 이 쾌락을, 이 자유를.
On the creepypasta wiki, by the way, if anyone wants to read it. Hellscreen, like, wait, really? She's based off of a creepypasta? What? Dream of the Red Chamber has 900,000 words? Oh.
하지만 이건 제가 만든 왕국이에요. 누구에게도 넘기지 않아.
It's not a creepypasta.
조금 의아하긴 하군요.
I don't think that Hellscream's a creepypasta. I don't know, I'm just going off a chat.
추측하건대 저 혈귀는 이 칸에서 거의 벗어나지 않는 것 같습니다만 그 영향은 열차의 모든 칸에 미치고 있을 정도로 강력할 뿐더러
가만히 앉아 있어도 피주머니가 대령된다는 건
I have not been listening to this guy like talking at all.
잠깐!
Oh, hey. Someone suddenly and frantically charged into the car. It was Sasha, the fixer we ran into in one of the earlier cars. Said he shrinks into his throne at the sudden intrusion, terror apparent on his face.
자네는 설마 우리를 도와주러 이곳까지 와준 겐가?
The entire thing is on the Creepypasta wiki, you can read it there, maybe.
저길 보게나! 저자가 이 모든 사건의 원흉인 혈길세! 저자만 처치한다면 그대가 보호한 승객들 모두 이 열차를 무사히 탈출할 수 있을 거라네!
혈귀. 만약 피주머니가 아닌 채로 이성을 유지할 수 있는 혈귀가 더 있다면
Okay.
와, 정말 여기까지 왔네. 날개에서 의뢰를 준 해결사는 좀 다르구나. 나도 옛날엔 열심히 싸웠는데 마지막까지 남아서.
무슨 소리를 하는 거야?
그랬더니 이 네 팔 중에 3개가 뽑혀 나갔더라고. 그런데 이상하지? 팔이 하나밖에 안 남으니까 그때서야 이런 생각이 들었어. 아, 죽기 싫다라고.
짭짭짭.
그래서 빌었어. 살려주면
피하세요, 돈키호테.
무엇이든 다 할 수 있다고!
Blood rapidly crystallizes around Sasha like a suit of armor as she swung her greatsword at the sinners, striking them before even before Faust's hurried shout had fully died away.
내가 말했잖아. 예고 없이 갑자기 튀어나오지 말라고. 그 망할 팔들이 너무 시끄러운 거 몰라. 가족들이 날 찾으러 온 줄 알았다고.
죄송합니다, 카세트님.
I see.
소개하지. 이쪽은 앞으로의 왕국을 위해 내가 밖으로 나와 처음으로 만든 권석. 나의 왕국을, 가족을 함께 건설하고 있는 충실한 나의 종자이다.
말씀하신 대로 강한 놈들을 선별해서 이곳으로 보내려고 했습니다만 저희 칸의 인간들은 전부 형편없는 놈들 뿐이었기에 1등석에서 온 저자들을 카세트님에게로 보내주었습니다.
권속. 당신은 권속이란 게 무엇인지 정확히 알고 계신가요?
아니, 하지만 이것만큼은 얘기할 수 있어. 그분의 피가 내 몸에 들어온 순간 다시 태어난 기분이었지.
권속은 뒤틀림이나 환상체가 만들어내는 하위 개체의 개념과 유사하군요.
Okay.
정확한 정보도 없이 무작정 받아들였던 것은 그만큼 절박했기 때문이겠죠.
아마 건속이 되기 전에 나는 그랬겠지.
자네가 저 혈기의 하수인이라는 소리인가?
Dang, poor Don.
우리가 처음 보았을 때부터
붉은 눈에 대해 물어볼 땐 얼마나 놀랐던지. 의심했어도 내 눈은 붉은 빛을 내는 의안일 뿐이라 의미는 없었겠지만.
그러면 자네가 보호하고 있던 그 승객들은
내가 말했지. 숫자가 중요하다고. 행렬은 길수록 좋다.
Dozens of blood bags began shambling into the room from behind Sasha. A smaller ones stood among them stood out to me. Dang. My mind immediately snapped to the child who grabbed Don Quixote's coattails. ... Dang. I knew that the passengers were dead the moment we realized Sasha was a blood fiend, but I hoped that we'd be spared of this sight. Yay, child death. To be fair, that child was gonna have a bad time, by the way, since the alternative was the warp train, yeah. By the way, Freckles, do you know the legend of St. Gregor? I don't. I hate the warp train so much. It's one of the most evil creations ever. It really is. It is awful. It is just, like, terrible and awful and horrible.
어린아이도 있었다네.
알아.
Sounds mad. Oh
언젠가
god.
커서 해결사가 되고 싶어 했지. 그런데 해결사가 될 바엔 피주머니로 사는 게 나아. 해결사로 살아온 내가 보증할 수 있어.
그이 닥치시게!
정의롭고 이름 높은 해결사 같은 꿈을 꾸면 결국 실망하거든. 아니면 일찍 죽던가.
그이 닥치라고 하지 않았는가!
Don Quixote did not give Sasha the time to finish her sentence. He was already charging full speed at her with her lance drawn. All right. I've literally never... have we seen Don Quixote, like, mad? Like, actually, like, fuming? That's crazy. All right. So it's a focus battle, no! It's an old fan-made ID featuring such great design as same turn haste, a conditional that says at +5 gain coin power, and a skill with +0 coin power. Oh. Already at 2 coffin, alright. These guys are like kind of weak. I guess the bosses aren't here yet, so these guys are just like to wear us down a bit, I guess. Put St. Greg in the memes channel if you want to take a look at him, alright?
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
When did you get 5 coffin? This doesn't have attack weight, does it? No. Okay. Sure. Why not?
목을 내놓고 있도록.
He just killed someone with a Requiem. That was the first turn. Wait, I need to reread Requiem.
최선의 방어를. 대검의 머리가 쪼개지진
Okay, so I
않았어.
posted a meme version of that thing. I see, dang. We're rereading Requiem real quick.
피주머니로서 우월해지는 것인데.
On use, gain 1 coffin. After attack, if the skill attack kills the target, gain 2 coffin. So I should have 3 coffin after that. And then I killed 1 person after that. I should have 4. Well, now I killed some. Whatever. I don't know. We're fine. You got that. Oh, hey, Sasha. This is annoying. Oh no, you're actually blocking that, so this is fine actually. You can do unopposed. Oh no, I'm dumb actually. Don't do that, yeah. Okay. We're good, right? I think we're good. Okay. Now I know what you meant with the Blade Doctor boss now. Oh yeah, I don't think that's this person anymore. What's your favorite Kanto so far? Probably Kanto 6. That's just like the best one that I've experienced so far. Though I'm hoping Kanto 7 is going to be much better. I'm expecting it to be, not just hoping. It is it has to be. Dawn's Kanto. Now, I was just gonna say I don't really want the counter, but like I don't care. You can counter me. You're fine. Sinclair, why do you have 29? What? How did that happen? Okay. So that sucks. Shoot. Why are you okay, so you're just targeting Sinclair, I guess. Okay. What? Huh. That's like really annoying and stupid and dumb, and I hate that. Well, Sinclair, I guess you're failing, so just do that, I guess. I don't know. So dumb. What the heck? Whatever.
무쳐 잠들어.
Why are there more blood fiends here?
없겠지.
They shouldn't be here.
쉬시게.
진절머리가 나는 건 허락도 없이 만들게 된 나의 첫 권속이 이런 덜 떨어진 놈이라니.
용서하십시오, 어버이시여.
쉬워라. 그나마 일용할 피주머니를 챙겨왔으니 망정이지. 자식의 추태는 그 어버이가 거둬야 하는 법.
개소리.
With that, Cassetti reached out toward the pile of blood bags on the ground and... Oh. With that... Oh. Oh god. Bro has ego. An armor of hardened blood materialized over the Blood Fiend's body. His sheer aggression and hatred was palpable enough to make our skin crawl.
혈액을 걷어들인 것으로 힘을 더욱 키운 것으로 보입니다.
Alright.
아직 완전히 힘이 돌아오진 않았지만 이만하면 왕이 된 나의 행진에 어울릴만 하지. 그렇죠. 자, 어디 덤벼봐라.
I really hope this guy's a pushover. It would be so funny if this guy was a pushover.
떨지 않고 할 수 있어. 모조리 죽여서
He might be a
소용이
pushover.
만드는 거야.
He totally might be a pushover. Sinclair. Come on.
위험인물 발견.
Go insane. Go insane, Sinclair, please.
직접 밝혀주마.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
Why is Sinclair so happy? I don't even know. He shouldn't be. He got the hit in, though. Okay, we're back to favored. That's good.
언제까지 버티나 보자고.
Why isn't he saying the funny? I don't know. I'm assuming it's curses, curses. Unclashable. Alright, that's cool.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게.
행진을 끝내고 나는 진정한 왕으로.
Oh, he's healing to full.
군림하는
Okay.
것이다.
That's cool. That's awesome. Alright.
너무 아프지만 너무
Well, that's annoying.
이 힘이 어디까지?
Neutral. Neutral? Yeah, that's fine. Sinclair's normally neutral. Okay, whatever.
위험인물 발견. 제압할게요.
Oh god, we need to refill Gregor. No, the neutral, no. And he's back into the negatives. He's very tender, I know. I always forget to. Dawn, you need more than neutrals, please. That'd be awesome. You need more than S1s. Why do you only have S1s? I hate when that happens. Let's include this SP. I need to, yeah. I should, I kind of need to clash with him, though. He's evade? True, I could have done that, actually. Oh my god! How did that happen? I looked away for half a second. Okay. Alright. Shoot. That's just a normal attack. We'll be fine. He might evade some hits, but we're dealing with this with a dominating, so we're fine. And he's back to full. Oh god. Okay, this guy kind of sucks. Actually, wait a minute. Luckily, S3's coming to save the day. Bro almost got like the 5% chance. That's crazy.
최선의 방어를.
This guy's like really obnoxious. Why is he only targeting Dawn, by the way? Is it because she's low, I guess? Oh god, everyone's kind of low, actually. Wait a minute. If this guy beats me, I'm going to be so embarrassed. Does she have the most bleed? Ah, that's why. Oh my god! Dawn might die. Oh no. Yeah, she's the lowest because she has the most bleed. Yeah, god. Is that gonna kill you? That's gonna kill Dawn. That's crazy. Oh my god, bleed is insane. Oh, thank you, Heathcliff. Okay. One last drip space. If this staggers him, I think we're set. Thank you, Don. It didn't stagger. Oh yeah, we have Raja. I forgot. The substitutes. Okay, no, we're still good then. Cool. How close are you to being staggered? Very close. Okay. In fact, you stagger after like one more hit, so we think we're good.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
Yeah, he's staggered. Why are you neglecting poor Ishi? Because I'm used to her having, whatchamacallit, 2 turns, because I always try and do that. Oh, did we won? Oh. Well, dang. Alright. That was easier than I thought. He did end up being a pushover, just a slightly more dangerous pushover. GG.
끌어넘치는 인간은 좋아. 하지만 이건
There seems like there's gonna be a second phase. I feel like there's gonna be a second phase, chat.
이 녀석 조각 내놓으려고 해도 자꾸 서로 달라붙어서.
이래서는 제압하기가 힘들 것 같은데요.
And we're on kind of even footing. Why is it that, like, the mental fatigue, I guess mental fatigue, and they collapse to the ground, the strange environment of warp trains was, I'm reading that like I'm not reading it out loud. The mental fatigue finally got to Gregor and Sinclair, and they collapsed to the ground. The strange environment of warp trains was proving to be a significant boost to the Bloodfiend's regenerative ability. The battle trudged on without an end in sight. At this point, we've already been fighting for much longer than we had at the K-Corp border checkpoint or at the basement of Wuthering Heights. The Sinners had all grown much stronger since then, but even they were reaching the breaking point. Oh, hey, Don. Don Quixote continues to wildly pummel the Blood Fiend with her lance, breaking, stabbing, and crushing him every time a body part regenerated.
나는 배가.
Dang, Don is soloing this Blood Fiend. That's crazy.
전직 배가 고프다는 이유로 수많은 사륙을 저지른 게 변명이 된다고 생각하는가?
닥쳐! 너는 몰라. 200년 동안 뻐근 디라곤은 그 빌어먹게 끔찍한 아니야 떠올리기 싫어. 닥쳐! 조용히 해! 아니야 잘 못했어요. 제발 한 모금만 주세요. 소용없어. 아무리 찔러봤자.
니놈이 전부 짓이겨져 곤죽으로 바뀔 때까지 공격을 멈추지 않겠다.
Acknowledges about to be staggered. He's continue letting Ishmael defend. Dang. May have forgotten to do that. Yeah, my bad. But the Blood Fiend's regeneration is so powerful that he's recovering as fast as Don Quixote is destroying him. He's regenerating at an insane rate. We can't.
권석, 나의 자식, 내게 새로운 생명을 주고 이 연회를 베풀어 주었다. 그러니 너도 네 할 일을 해. 어버이의 은혜에 보답을 하란 말이다.
제가 어떻게...
이놈들의 약점을 찾아 이놈이 내게 매달렸던 것처럼 저놈들이 우리에게 매달릴 수밖에 없는 이유를.
한 가지 비는 것이 있다면
Oh. Sasha began looking around wildly, surprised by Cassetti's sudden commands.
저들이 저와 같은 의체 해결사들과 흡사한 전투 방식을 갖고 있다는 점이 있습니다. 의체를 가진 자들이
Oh no.
팔다리 하나
They're gonna go after
줄었지만
Dante.
교체하면 된다는
And Dante's gonna unlock a new ability.
목숨의 소중함을 조금씩 잃듯이 저들도 자신의 목숨이 여러 개는 있다는데 경망스럽게 행동하더군요. 지켜야 할 것이 없으니 싸움에만 집중하고 결국에는 이렇게 중요한 것을 쉽사리 흘리고 잊어버리죠.
With one of her remaining arms, Sasha picked up from the ground a master keycard Faust showed her in one of the previous cars.
막으세요, 돈키호테.
어버이시여, 당신께 바치겠습니다.
Don Quixote immediately leapt at the fixer, but one of her arms got struck. One of her arms struck her away with great force. Ishmael and Mersault, who had been holding Cassetti down, were no match for his strength without Don Quixote's fury. The Blood Fiend threw them both to the side and grabbed the keycard.
1등석 칸으로 갈 수 있는 열쇠입니다. 이것으로 더 많은 피주머니를, 왕국의 번영을.
No! Cassetti examines the master keycard with clear interest. Without that keycard, we'll be trapped inside this train for thousands of years until it reaches its destination.
단테, 파우스트의 정보와 지식에 접근할 수 없던 지금의 저는 나름의 최선을 통해 오늘의 난관을 헤쳐오고 있었다고 생각했습니다. 하지만 마스터 카드키가 저자에게 넘어간 지금으로서는 모든 것이 더욱 불확실해졌군요.
Okay, come on, Dante. We need you to unlock a new power right now.
아마 그 원인을 따져본다면
Faust took a deep breath as if she was about to take a deep dive into the source of all this trouble.
지금껏 파우스트에게 너무 의지해왔던 탓일 테죠.
From what I can tell, Faust has always been operating based on information she received from Faust. So a situation like this, where she has to make decisions on her own, must be unfamiliar to her. Faust is an exceptional sinner, with or without Faust. I've been thinking the same thing about myself, actually. That I might have been relying too much on that perfect Faust. But even without Faust, you've still guided us masterfully through after analyzing the information we brought you. Maybe uncertainty itself doesn't always have to be a problem for us. Remember? Thus, the lack of plan itself becomes the plan. You said it yourself.
그렇군요. 저는 파우스트 중에서도 불확실성을 믿는 파우스트니까요. 마스터 카드키를 빼앗긴 것은 수많은 불확실성 중 단 하나일 뿐. 확실한 건 저자나 우리 둘 다 절박하다는 것이죠. 협상을 하는 수밖에요.
Oh?
보아하니 저놈은 회복시키는 능력이 있는 듯한데 지금부터는 한 놈도 회복시키지 마. 알겠냐? 이 열쇠가 산산조각 나는 꼴을 보고 싶지 않다면
자리 협상이라니 어찌 그것은 악인가의 타협 아닌가?
I'm really annoyed that this guy, brought us to this level. I didn't have time to regenerate Don Quixote's severe injuries just yet, and the rest of the sinners were already unconscious. The only sinner who could still move and talk was Faust, whom I just rewound the clock for. Yeah, let's do that.
그럼 카세트, 장소를 이동하는 것은 어떻겠습니까? 저와 단테 씨만이 가겠습니다. 그곳에서는 당신을 공격하지 않겠다는 의사를 확실히 하죠.
There's no doubt in my mind that Cassetti must also be exhausted by the unending barrage of attacks from Don Quixote and the Sinners. So Faust's suggestion that we move this conversation to a different place without the Sinners must have sounded pretty sweet to him.
아무도 없는 것으로?
네, 당신도 알다시피 이 앞칸에는 화물칸이 있습니다. 그곳에서 서로의 원하는 바를 이야기해보죠.
보아하니까 저 시계놈이 너희들의 왕인가 보군. 그렇지?
그렇습니다.
Sorry.
좋아. 왕은 왕끼리 대화해야지.
관리자 딸이
We'll be back in a minute, Don Quixote. Thus, we left the incapacitated sinners and Don Quixote, who watched on with hollow, despondent eyes as we walked away. We carefully made our way to the freight car. So, Faust, why are we doing this in the freight car again?
단테, 저는 처음으로
This is a long note. Oh my god.
도박이란 것을 해보려고 합니다.
Yeah. What? With that, the door closed shut behind us. All right. Gambling.
끝인가? 정말 한 톨도 남지 않았나? 그렇다면
I swear, if it gives us a fight with just Faust available, I'm gonna scream, because that's another sinner that we literally don't that we don't just have any ideas for. God. The negotiation. This is gonna be the big one, oh. No, it's cutscene, yeah. So, this passageway leads straight into Mephistopheles. Oh, we're here.
그래, 처음부터 이게 문제였어. 이 망할
So wait.
버스가 내 수면을 방해했다고.
Where's Virgilus and Charon again? Are they in pods still? Or are they just not on the warp train?
화물칸이 이 버스로 가득 차지만 않았어도 이렇게 일찍 퍼레이드를 열 계획도 관속을 만들 계획도 없었는데.
In another train, I think? Oh.
단테,
Hmm?
연결된 것 같습니다.
Connection? The suddenness of her statement briefly knocked me off my train of thought. I looked at her and cocked my head in confusion, and she replied with an even quieter whisper about looking away from the blood fiend. Or without looking
메피스토펠리스에
away.
탑승한 것으로 파우스트와의 연결이 복구되었습니다.
Yo? Gah. Did you know that this worked?
아니요. 아까도 말했다시피 도박이었습니다. 확률 자체도 계산하기 어려운 불확실한 저의 가정이었죠.
Nice.
실제로 성공해보니 로자 씨가 왜 도박을 좋아하는지 조금은 알 것 같네요.
She's addicted. Faint smile momentarily appears on Faust's lips as she jests, then fades away.
연결이 되었으니 워프 열차에 들어가면 파우스트와 단절된다는 중요한 정보를 누락한 것에 대해 게젤 샤프트 관리직 파우스트들에게 즉시 항의를 하고 싶습니다만 제가 이 상황에 대한 타개법을 찾는 것이 우선이겠네요. 다분히 의도적인 누락이라고 저는 생각하지만 아니길 바랍니다.
Faust gently advanced toward the blood fiend.
협상에 대한 이야기를 하시죠. 어떻게 하면 그 마스터 카드 키를 돌려주실 거죠?
원래 같았으면 니놈들을 피주머니로 만든 후에 남김없이 마시려고 했지만 보통의 인간들이랑 다르군. 나는 이 왕국이 들키지 않고 조용히 아주 오랫동안 유지되길 원한다. 그리고 너희들은 이곳을 나가는 것이 목표지. 안 그래?
This seems to be a deal that we can break immediately upon getting the keycard back, but alright.
카드 키를 받고 너희가 있던 이 1등석으로 돌아가면 우리는 이곳에서 아무 일 없던 것처럼 지낼 거야. 열차가 도착하면 너희는 내려 각자가 있을 곳으로 돌아가는 거야. 어때?
아무 일 없었던 것처럼.
Faust, what about the job we were contracted to do in the first place?
기억과 흔적까지 통째로 사라질 저희는 의뢰의 성패 여부를 넘길 방법조차 없습니다. 저 혈귀를 해치울 수 있다면 적어도 사건이 해결되었다고 W사에게 통보받을 수 있겠지만 이렇게 되면 저희는 단순한 힌트도 제공하지 못할 것이고 의뢰는 실패로 돌아가겠죠. 하지만 그보다 당신과 수감자들의 정신적 안정을 확보하는 것이 더 중요합니다.
It's not like we've always been successful, so that was something I could live with, but what about the other passengers of this train? And its future passengers? I remember the look on Don Quixote's face whenever we would come across these inevitable forms of injustice. Faust does not reply. Yet the lack of reply was a reply all on its own. Are we going to have to let them die? Innocent lives will be lost, but we cannot prioritize their lives over our safety. Faust is back to Fausting. No. That must be Faust's and the company's policy. And yet... Oh, hey, Don. Don Quixote! Quixote. I thought her wounds were too severe for her to even crawl, let alone walk, but with sheer will, she pushed herself through the pain to reach the freight car.
비겁하고 악독한 차를 아무 일도 없다는 듯이 보내줄 순 없네.
저놈이 또? 그럼 이 열차에 계속 갇혀 있겠다는 거냐? 나는 알고 있어. 내가 이 열쇠를 부수기만 하면 너희는 억겁의 시간 동안 이곳에 살아.
상관없다. 악인의 만행을 못 본 채하고 앞으로 향하는 이곳에서 놈을 계속해서 처단할 것이니.
God, I really hope this doesn't end in them actually having to live through the warp train. That would be so awful. Oh my god. Faust and I grabbed Don Quixote. She'd normally be strong enough to wriggle free of our grips, but she'd already pushed herself beyond her limits merely by walking here.
파우스트군, 이거 놓으시게. 나리도 이러면 안 되는 것이오.
Don Quixote, letting him destroy that key means you'll be condemning the sinners to thousands of years of torment.
본인이 잡지에서 보았던 재밌는 이야기라도 잔뜩 해주겠다네. 다 같이 노력하면 아무리 긴 세월이어도 견딜 수 있지 않겠는가?
그것으로 해결되지 않으리란 건 돈키호테 씨도 알고 있다고 생각합니다.
그러면 다른 방법이 있지 않겠는가? 파우스트 군도 관리자 나리도 똑똑한 사람들이지 않은가? 저 악한 자도 벌하고 수감자들도 괜찮을 수 있는 방법은 정녕 없는 겐가?
Her struggle begins to wane, but this is no acceptance. This was dejection. Wait, Don Quixote, no! Oh? In the commotion, we failed to notice that the Blood Fiend had been quietly advancing at us, that we let Don Quixote go at the last second. Second too late.
어버이시여,
What?
허가 없이 한 번 더 만드는 것을 용서하소서. 지금부터 네가 나의 두 번째 권속이 되는 거다.
Huh? Why are you doing this? Seti screams incoherently as he leaps into Don Quixote, piercing her neck with his fangs before we even had the chance to do anything. Gah.
설마 이런 식으로 해결이 될 거라고 생각하진 않았는데.
I also didn't expect this. Why did he do that? Faust, what do you mean, the solution?
이전에도 보았지만 다시 한번 열람한 정보에 의하면 단테, 제 뒤에서 벗어나지 마세요.
Oh?
그리고 지금부터 일어나는 일은 절대 다른 수감...
Quixote levitates slightly into the air, the string on her shoes unraveling as they slip off her feet on their own. She looks on with bewilderment as her running shoes fall to the floor. And I've always had this question swirling at the unfocused backstage of my mind. Why are you always so protective of those running shoes, Don Quixote?
어? 운동화? 아, 우리 로신한테를 말하는 것인가?
Yeah, those.
본인은 수많은 모험을 이 로신한테와 함께 해왔네. 슬플 때나 기쁠 때는 물론이고 어떤 고난이 닥쳐와도 언제부터인가 내 곁을 떠나지 않고 지켜주었던 벗이지.
She doesn't know when she got them?
자, 관리자 나리도 로신한테에게 인사하시게.
Nope, I think I'm good. Do backstory.
어서.
꼬질꼬질 냄새가 날 것 같아. 꼬맹이가 째깍이 냄새 고문시키고 있어.
로신한테는 냄새 나지 않네. 로신한테는 보기에는 이래도 엄청나게 깨끗한. 그리고 본인도 꼬맹이 아니.
Dear reader, it is absolutely essential to the story that her feet are out in this scene. My god. It's crazy because it is actually essential.
대피, 대피.
Don Quixote, don't tell me you go to sleep wearing those running Rocinante. Rocinante? I think that's how you pronounce it.
관리자 나리. 로신한테 안부까지 신경 써주다니. 그거 참 친절하군.
Guys, if you haven't even appeared on screen yet, calm down. Yet. I didn't mention that this question was inspired by numerous eyewitness reports from other sinners who saw her wandering the halls in her pajamas and wearing Rocinante. Dang.
잘 때는 물론이고 본인은 어느 상황이든 간에 로신한테와 떨어질 수 없는 사이일세. 단지 필요할 때만 찾는 사이가 아닌 모든 순간에도 함께라는 뜻이지.
Now that I think about it, every single identity of Don Quixote also wears that pair of running shoes, Rocinante. Have you ever taken them off?
벗는다니 그게 무슨 소리요? 로신한테를 떼어낸다는 것인가? 관리자 나리도 엉뚱한 소리를 다 하는군.
He looks at me with puzzled eyes as though taking those pair of running shoes off was somehow an inconceivable idea. They were something much more than just her favorite pair of running shoes. Her attitude about it was totally detached from common sense, too, but she didn't notice anything strange about herself. What does Rocinante mean to Don Quixote? What even is this thing? What even is that thing? Ugh. An overwhelmingly powerful pressure suddenly explodes, radiating in all directions. I can't tell if this is because Don Quixote is now a kindred or because of Rocinante. Okay. As the metallic stench of blood suffocates the bus, filling every corner of it with its sickening horror. Then darkness. Oh my god. In all-absorbing darkness, voices are only light.
당신은 제2 권속 지금까지 어떻게 어떤 일렁임도 뿜어내지 않고서
Cat. What the heck? I do think I saw a faint shimmering. It was red, and she wore long fur adornments of sorts. And through the shimmering, I think I saw red eyes.
폐륜이군. 금기이고.
I know that voice, but I also don't. I've never heard it in such a low, imposing tone before. It speaks toward the lesser being. The blood fiend shriveled and kneeling, trembling, pathetic. Oh my god.
선조시여 일마리 자비를 둘째 권속이시여 일마리 자비를 둘째 권속이시여 일마리 자비를
버릇없는 놈.
Crimson droplets of blood slowly rise around the blood fiend's mouth before congealing and sealing his mouth shut.
네 놈은 감히 나와 섞을 수 있는 말이 없다. 아니, 피를 거스르는 폐륜의 죄악을 저지른 채로 내 눈앞에 서 있는 것부터 용납되지 않는군.
My god. Do you remember when they made fun of Dawn's dancing and her voice lowered? Canto 2? I don't know, actually. I don't remember, but I probably would if I saw it. I remember Sinclair dancing. That was a funny scene. You probably need a clip of it happening, yeah. Dang.
굳어지고 다시 녹아내려라.
My god. Zeddy's body begins liquefying into a slick stream of blood, his form curdling and crumbling, then dripping to the ground. He melts rapidly, yet ponderously, like that ice cream Don Quixote loved so much, puddling onto the floor, heated under the searing sun. Dot. Hey, Don.
너는
Don Quixote turns to look at me, who is still on the ground after being thrown by the shockwave. With a cryptic look of pity, she uttered something.
그래. 그대가 그 약속의 시계인가?
Reckless really has the calmest reaction to this. Don is the second kindred. That's cool, I guess. I mean, I don't fully know what this implies, but yeah, this is crazy. Something I couldn't quite understand.
나에게 로신한테를
Rocinante.
부탁하지.
Dot. I carefully reached out, grabbed her shoes, and slipped them onto her bare feet, one by one.
언젠가
So wait, hold on. She's been a blood fiend? Okay. She gasped, stumbled, and slumped to the ground. Yes, the whole... Okay. What? What really matters is that Dawn is the oldest sinner? Oh my god. That he said he was the 6th kindred? Oh. My god, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't, like, fully understand the implications of that. That was crazy. Oh my god. Alright. Let's continue. Sometime later.
이게 대체 무슨 일이 일어났던 건지 누가 납득되게 설명해 주실 분이 계신가요?
Yeah, she's been like a multiple 100-year-old vampire shit this whole time. Okay. Well, my god. I knew that the sinners would all be shocked and confused. After all, when they, including Faust and Don Quixote, came back to life after I rewound the clock, all that remained was the destroyed door and up to the freight car and that disgusting obliterated remains of what was once Cassetti.
혈기와의 반복된
What about,
전투,
what's her
대부분
name?
정신을 잃은 상태였다.
The kindred. That I forget her name for some reason.
관리자님의 조치는 적절하다.
그랬지.
Well, good work, everyone.
하지만 여기서 대부분이라 함은 셋을 제외한 인원으로 설명을 요구한다면 그 인원에게 물어보는 것이 정확할 것이다.
Wait.
그 셋이 누군데?
파우스트, 관리자님, 그리고 아직 의식을 되찾지 못한 돈키호테다.
뭐야, 그런 거예요?
Wow, you were spot on. When did you even have the time to notice that? Oh boy.
의식이 꺼지기 바로 직전 발걸음과 목소리를 통해 파악하였습니다.
어떻게 된 거냐 그래서? 쟤는 또 왜 안 깨어나는 건데?
깊은 잠에 빠진 듯하군요. 생명에는 지장이 없으니 곧 정신을 차리실 겁니다.
I remember everything, of course. Don Quixote's sudden transformation, how she practically erased the Blood Fiend and his kindred from the world without even moving a finger. But I also remember Faust's last words.
그리고 지금부터 일어나는 일은 절대 다른 수가...
Don Quixote was unconscious and Faust was answering every question with silence. It was only natural that everyone would turn to me for some answers. That's, you know...
그러고 보니 제일 중요한 카드키는 어디 있는 건가요?
Last I remember, it was in Cassetti's hands.
지금은 녹아내려버린 그럴듯한 꼴이 되었지.
Alright.
그러면 그자가 들고 있었다던 카드 키는
...
반액체 상태가 되었다. 이자의 손가락 뼈와 같이 섞여 있군. 가운데 손가락인 듯하다.
Oh, wait. Oh.
다들 침착하세요. 침착해.
담배를 더 챙겨왔어야 했는데.
Oh no.
그 힘으로 열어봐도 되지 않냐?
마스터 카드키가 없어도 상황을 해결할 수 있습니다.
어떻게?
여러분에게 해결 방법을 완전히 이해시키기 위해 약 5시간 정도가 소요될 것으로 예상됩니다. 그러니 요약해서 말씀드리죠.
Okay.
이거 다시 재수 없어졌네.
메피스토 팰리스의 뒷문을 이용하면 됩니다.
The steely confidence in her declaration was more than enough to win us all over. So we headed to the corridor past the back door. Don Quixote slung over one of our shoulders. Oh yeah, the back door, duh. And arrived at our destination. Oh, hey, Virgilus.
무슨 일을 겪고 온 것이냐고 물어볼 수밖에 없는 몰골이군.
후두둑, 후두둑.
Grains of sand and seashell-like things fell with every step the sinners took.
설명은 뒷사람 해줄 거야.
그게 어떻게 된 것이냐 하면 입안이 꺼끌거리는구려.
Did we like go into like the ocean or something and like what? Some time ago, Faust explained the gist of this plan as we made our way to the back door.
간단히 말하면 열차가 아닌 공간에서 시간을 보내는 것입니다. A사 표준 시간으로 단 10초. 그 정도의 시간만 기존 차원에서 보낸다면 자연히 이 열차는 도착해 있을 테니까요.
And with that, Faust came to a sudden stop in the middle of one of the corridors.
잠깐. 문이 이렇게나 많고 많은데 망설이지도 않고 그렇게 덥석 열어도 되는 거야?
네, 이 문이 맞습니다. 안전은 보장하죠.
아니 이 문을 열면 뭐가 있는지 정도라도 알려줘야지.
굿해요. 그 이상의 정보까진 확인하지 않았습니다. 예상치 못한 걸 마주하게 되는 경험도 훗날을 위해 필요할 테니까요.
뭐? 야, 그럼
Faust did not wait for Heathcliff to finish his sentence before jerking the door wide open.
지금입니다. 모두 이 안으로.
With Faust's stern command, we quickly walked into the building that looked like a derelict abandoned hospital of sorts. This is like the Hollow Knight, like, infection screen. What is going on?
모래폭풍 수준이네요.
Oh, it's sand. That makes sense.
뭐야 여기 실내 아니야? 그런데 대체 왜?
눈이 안 떠져요.
입에 모래가. 이게 설마 모래바람이야? 천장도 멀쩡히 달려 있는데.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sinners blurted out a series of colorful complaints, trying to cover themselves in the blasting sandstorm. But Faust continued to count in that same indifferent rhythm before dragging us out of there just as urgently as she had ushered us in. So, we managed to return safe and sound to the interiors of the warp train as it arrived. Oh! I see. We skipped it. We skipped the cutscene. Okay. We left the dimension for about 10 seconds and then got back on as it arrived. That's awesome. Okay. As the train was still getting cleaned up, that is. Oh. And with our bodies completely covered in sand.
이대로 도착 못하는 줄 알았어요. 멀쩡한 승객이잖아. 어떡해?
We were so happy to be done with this whole ordeal that even the W Corp cleanup agents in the middle of the cleanup mission looked downright hospitable.
저희는 귀사의 의뢰를 받고 워프 열차에 탑승한 림버스 컴퍼니 소속 직원입니다.
아, 팀장님이 사전에 고지했던 그분들이시군요. 정말로 기억을 갖고 있네요.
그러고 보니 저기 있는 수면용 포드에 직원분이 자고 계세요.
아, 그거 듣기만 해봤는데 한번 확인해보죠.
We walked over to the hidden compartment behind the chair that the cleanup agents crawled into. Inside it was...
아무도 없는데요.
어?
응? 여기가 아니었나?
이곳이 맞다. 그럼에도 여기에 들어갔던 사람이 없다는 것은
역시 멀쩡할 리가 없나? 뭔가 잘못 보신 게 아닐까요?
I doubt that.
피곤해서 잘못 본 모양이네요. 그럼 저희는 이만 나가보겠습니다.
Faust cut the conversation short before the other sinners began asking too many questions. Now that I became intimately familiar with the meaning of that gesture, I followed her outside without another word. Hey, Don.
도착한 곳이요?
How's it going?
오늘따라 올해도 파자더만. 이제 왔겠냐?
알겠다. 자세한 상황은 버스로 이동 중에 듣도록 하지.
Also, Faust, I mean, it makes sense that she knew since she's Faust, but like she knew about Don. So that is either Faust, the consciousness Faust, or company knowledge. Probably company knowledge now that I'm thinking about it, because like, yeah, there's a reason Don was hired.
네. W사의 관련 보고를 송부하는 것은 ACCA를 통해
Virgilus was already there when we arrived, discussing the events aboard the train with Faust. He looked oddly apprehensive.
나는 카론을 데리고 메피스토펠레스의 결속 해제를 지켜보도록 하지. 아무래도 관리자가 당신한테 할 말이 많아 보이는 분침을 하고 있는 것 같거든. 자리를 비켜주겠다.
I was finally able to ask Faust once Virgilus left. Why did you do that? Faust's body was quite literally blasted to pieces from the sheer explosive pressure that filled the room the moment Don Quixote's shoes came off. It was as though she knew that it was going to happen.
당신의 몸이 터져버리는 것보다 당연히 나은 선택이었으니까요. 죽는다는 것을 거의 알고 있었음에도 시계를 돌리게 만든 것은 죄송하게 생각하고 있습니다.
No, I'm not blaming you for that. I just want to know how long you've known that Don Quixote is...
그것이라면 LCB가 결성될 때부터 파악하고 있었습니다.
I see.
베르길리우스도 같습니다.
Of course.
단지 관리자에게 적절한 때에 정보를 개방하라는 LCA 상부의 지침이 있었을 뿐입니다.
And that appropriate moment was back there?
제 개인의 판단으론 그렇습니다. 뭐 파우스트를 포함한 모든 연락이 두절된 상태이니 본사의 허락을 받을 수도 없는 노릇이었죠.
Right.
자세한 연유는 알 수 없겠으나 돌아왔구려.
Nice. Returned. That was a layered word. We've returned to one of the warp platforms in our own dimension. We've returned to our daily lives as speculating about what's next on our path, and the usual Faust, reconnected to Faust, has returned.
그렇습니다.
I hope Faust keeps some of, like, whatever it is she gained in this. Faust quietly affirms Yisong's rather nebulous question.
비록 농으로 물어보는 것이지만 언젠가 다시 만날 수도 있겠소?
She shot a puzzled look at Yisong.
나름대로 꽤 유쾌한 만남이지 않았는가?
Yisong mused ambiguously before leaving us. Phew. The incident at the warp train was such a chaotic mess that it felt shorter than it really was, but it was also an opportunity to learn so much. But it was too soon to start racking our brains about what kind of nonsense trial we were about to face in P-Corp, so I decided to enjoy this momentary peace.
그래서 대체 피사엔 어떻게 도착했단 말인가? 아이, 목구멍은 왜 이리 답답한 것이고.
설명하기엔 너무 지쳤어요.
꼬맹이 진짜 엄청난 모험 하나 놓쳤어.
So, does Dawn herself even know that she's a blood fiend? That's okay.
덕분에
방금 귀에 마지막 남은 모래알갱이가 떨어져 나갔네요.
The sinners look at Don Quixote's bewildered awakening, grinning. There's no way to know that what we'll be facing here in District 16, where P-Corp was located, but we got this, right? The same faith I saw in the Faust who believes in uncertainty rises within me too. I looked up to Faust, only to see that Faust was looking at me as well. She nodded at me with her usual, barely noticeable smile, and I gave her a light nod back in return. Time to go find ourselves another golden bow. All right. Ah, we did it. Warp Corp is hopefully done for the remainder of the rest of Project Moon in its entirety. Oh my god. Fourth Wall Purchase Night is next, and then the dream is ending, I guess. Also, let's claim our lunacy. 6,000 lunacy, alright. Hello. I apologize, but you may have just joined as we were ending. We just finished the Warp Corp Kanto. Temper Gamble? I don't know. I kind of want to, like, I don't really have, we got the Drifting Blade Ryosho. And then there's Ishmael IDs, which we already have, whatchamacallit? We already have Zwei Ishmael. So, like, I don't know if I want to, like, spend too much lunacy on this, you know? Maybe I'll save for whatever the next event is, which I'm assuming the end of the month is probably going to be an event, right? So we've only got like half a month left. Yeah. Because like right now, we need a good Faust ID. We need an Otis ID, Mersault ID, and a Honglu ID. So I'm going to wait until either those guys are open or I just see another guy that I like, honestly. Save for the Jolly Roger. Yeah, we do need a good Roger ID because this one kind of sucks a little bit, but not too much, you know? End of the month is new season. Yeah. But, yeah. Oh, let's do this. Almost. Dang. I like the terrifying implication that it could have not been Cassetti who was causing all the warp train disappearances because that one warp guy is also gone. Cassetti's dialogue seems to imply he's only just started making blood bags in his first 7th kindred when LCB boarded the train. Oh. Wait a minute. Chat, what if? Theory time, chat. What if it's the library again? Question mark. What if it's the library and they're targeting corporate people instead this time? And that's why the Warp Corp employee got taken. One moment, Don. I'm sorry, Don. One moment. Huh? What if? Angela said she was done with the receptions? No, at the end of the thing, she said that she would probably do it again sometime in the future, but this time set her sights on the city, like the actual, like, head. Library wouldn't be that petty, I think. Did she not say that, right? Did she not say that she wanted to target the cities, like, the actual evils instead, right? And they're probably, like, if they were to do the library again, they would have to start with some, like, weaker guys, like W Corp agents, rather than the head itself, you know? I like the idea because of the W Corp singularity ability. And it passes the time thing. Yeah, I don't know. This is just thought. It would be a thought that I would want to happen because that means Limbus is going to get into the library stuff. You know? They have the Red Mist, the Black Silence, and an Arbiter. I mean, yeah, but they had that at the beginning, but they still had to go with the weaker guys, right? Like, we started on rats. Like, I feel like they still need to gain strength, right? Do they target the office everyday guy? I mean, that's what we did in Ruina. We targeted the weaker guys and slowly built our way up to the stronger guys. So I was assuming it would be similar to that, but I don't know. Who knows? I could be wrong. That's just a random theory. I don't have any backing behind it at all, other than just like, oh, something else is causing disappearances in the warp train, and the only other thing that has done that in the past is the library, so maybe it's the library again. You know, that's my theory. That's my thought process. I mean, their technology allows them to travel through another dimension, and maybe it ignores the time and stuff. Maybe. Anyways, look at... Oh, the Discord, yeah. Oh, St. Gregor. Banana? What? Oh, that was the meme. Yeah, there it is. Low quality. Oh. I cannot read the low quality one. I'm gonna be real. Don Quixote's mask flips? Okay, wait, hold on. I need to see this. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on stream. One moment, chat. One moment, chat. Hold on. Hold on, chat. One moment. 1 second, chat. 1 moment. 1 moment, chat. 1 second. Hold on. Hold on, chat. 1 moment. 1 moment, chat. Hold on. Hold on, chat. There we go. Tabs muted. Hold on.
이제는 안 되겠어.
몸짓에 진심이 담겨 있지 않군.
그게 무슨 소리인가?
춤은 마음을 비추는 창고. 마음이 맑고 투명하지 못한다면 춤만큼 의미 없어지는 것도 없지.
Oh.
그대들 다소 무례하군.
Don't. Hold on a second. That's copyright. Okay. Hopefully that didn't do anything to me. Okay. There we go. Back to Limbus. Yeah, that's cool. I definitely, this is, oh god. A replay through would be tough, wouldn't it? I would not be able to make it through an entire replay through. Copyright blast. Library's cooked, they got slammed by 1 arbiter and 1 claw. Yeah, it is crazy that, like, Bina literally, like, became a full-powered arbiter, and we still got completely annihilated. We had the red mist, the black silence, and a full-blown arbiter, and we couldn't beat an arbiter and the claw. Bye, guys. Yeah, I gotta end stream. Okay. But, yeah, thank you all for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button, follow up here on Twitch. I've got a link to my Discord server if anyone would like to join that. Link in the description as well as my Twitch bio. But, yeah, other than that, thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Later.